Welcome, everybody, to the 7th episode of Shounen Sheol, the only manga podcast that skips episodes because we were too busy sucking dick. I'm here with my esteemed co-host, Chase.
Was I supposed to stop sucking dicks for this?
Yes, get that out of your mouth and get on this podcast.
Sorry, Keith, you'll have to go.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here, Keith. Today, we have a special guest. Ben, a.k.a. GenerallyBananas, is here.
Hello.
Welcome.
Yes. I would be sucking dick, but I ain't got a dick to suck.
Oh, damn, you need to get on that, son.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll suck enough dicks for the both of us. My mouth is still sore. Blah.
Thanks,
So
mate.
Ben, this is Shounen Sheol. It's kind of lucky we found you. We were just hanging out in our usual spot, just floating around like the disembodied spirits we are. And then we saw you off in the distance, and we floated over to socialize. And it turns out that you actually know a bit about Fairy Tail.
Yeah, I've
You
read up
poor,
until
unfortunate soul.
the Fairy Tail Guild tournament arc thing.
Yeah,
The one where
Lexus makes everyone
Lackass
beat each other up.
was beating people. Yeah.
yeah.
Just know you're gonna get interrupted by me all the time.
Oh, I would consider it an insult not to be interrupted.
Good.
Yeah. By the
shit.
way, attentive viewers, which will be absolutely none of you because you don't exist.
Or
Attentive viewers will notice that this is the 7th episode of Shounen Sheol. We actually did record a 6th episode,
No, we didn't.
but it was so garbage that it never should see the light of day, and it was deleted promptly.
it didn't exist. It didn't happen. There's no episode 6. Numbers go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7.
Yeah, there you go.
There is no
Chase,
6. There is only sex.
Chase, what was your grade in calculus again?
6.
There you go. All right. So today we're talking about Fairy Tail Chapter 538.
When the flames die.
Oh, by the way, for Ben and also the rest of you, a quick recap on the previous chapter, 537. Mavis and Zareth died.
They loved each other so much they died.
And then
Not
Makarov
joking.
came back to life.
Even
There
though he
you go.
died. But
Yeah.
see, we knew he was
Yes.
going to come back because they kept showing his fucking corpse. Everyone's just like, oh no, he's dead. I'm so sad. He's still dead.
Yeah.
And he's never coming back.
Should have put money on it.
We would have lost because everybody bet on him to live.
Yep.
All
well,
right.
anyways.
So, okay. I'll start us off with the chapter,
Yeah.
and I'll explain things you need to know just so you're caught up, like along the way.
Yeah.
Okay, so we start off, we see the town is all fucked up. Mavis and Zareth are gone because they died, because they love each other, so they died. And they're never coming back.
Yeah. Thank
Yay.
God.
Probably.
Ben,
Anyway.
you don't know. You don't know the horrors that we've had to suffer through. Okay, Zareth, the black monstrosity who's terrorized our villages for weeks.
Whose worst crime
know,
was turning white and then turning back to black.
Yeah, he was too emo, and he had to become a white boy.
He
in
committed
order
the carnal sin of becoming white, like Michael
Yeah.
Jackson, his adoptive father.
You really have no idea, like all the faux, like all the pretentious, esoteric garbage that they throw at you. Like it's you kind of just have to experience it for yourself.
Or
But
don't.
we're out on the other side. We're clear. We've got clear skies and smooth sailing.
Oh, you say that now, but now that I've seen the last panel of this chapter, aha, we still got a ways to go, Joey.
I mean, 8 chapters. So
Yes, and they're gonna drag.
so
all
anyways,
right.
you were starting us out.
So we start out and we see Lucy, and she's still got like demon shit going through her. So she's all tired and hot and bothered. We see her boobs as
Yeah.
usual. Takes up most of the screen.
Sure.
Yes. So she is writing in the Book of End, and in case you didn't know, Ben, End is Natsu. Natsu is a demon created by Zareth because he's Zareth's brother who we revived as a demon so he could be alive again.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So anyway, Zeref killed Natsu because, yes. And then Lucy wrote in the book, and now he's alive again, and then he beat Zeref, and now she's hurt because it's a demon book, and she's still writing in it, and it's hurting her, and it hurts.
Just stop writing in it.
There you go. Jeez. Thank you for solving the issue for us, you know?
God, that was... Oh, man. Perfect.
I'm so glad that we went through the 20-minute hassle of trying to get you on the show.
That one
joke
comment
made
was
up for
all that
of
we
it.
needed.
Yes.
Whew.
Oh, good.
Anyway,
Glad I'm on here.
so
moving forward.
there's like fire going through her because it's Natsu's book, and he's always on fire. That's his thing.
I'm pretty sure it's just like weird demon energy and shit.
Yeah, but she says it burns, and he does fire stuff, so whatever, it's fire.
All right. Well,
Anyway,
So,
and
what
Gray...
does writing in the book do? Like, is she doing
okay,
it
so the
because
book
she
is
needs
all
to?
information on Natsu. And I guess because he almost died, the information was disappearing because he was dying. So she rewrote what was written in there because I guess she memorized it. And then he went back to normal.
Okay.
Because the book is him, and he is the book.
Well,
Okay.
it's saying that
They
she
exist separately, but they're the same thing.
It's saying that she wrote down all of their memories that they shared together.
Well, that's what they
So,
say this
I mean-
chapter. Last chapter, she's just like, oh, I memorized it all, and I'm rewriting
Yeah.
it. So I guess that, like,
Yeah.
healed the wound he had in his chest. Like, Zeref put his hand through the guy's heart, and then he just got back up.
Okay.
Yes.
As
So why
with
is she
every
still writing it?
Because it's still not done. I guess there's still stuff she needed to write.
as with
Or maybe
every
she's writing a
question
fanfic.
that you Ben, every question that you have, ultimately the answer will be we don't fucking know because it doesn't make any fucking sense. But we'll
Okay,
try and
cool.
answer like within the limited scope of our accumulated human knowledge. We'll try and answer to figure out this great mystery that is Hiroshima.
Yes, try as
the
we
author.
might, we cannot understand Hiroshima in the way we would like to.
His ways are higher. His thoughts are higher than our thoughts. His ways higher than our ways. Please continue, Chase.
All right. So Lucy is all fired up, probably. And Gray is acting as the desk fan he is, and is cooling her off. Because that's all
Yeah.
Gray is now. He's a desk fan, just cooling people off when they get a little warm.
Well, now we can add like a new function to him.
Oh, you're right. He's a
because-
demon desk fan.
So he sucks out all of the energy, all the weird demon shit that's going into Lucy.
Well, like, he says he
sucks
destroyed
all that
it.
out.
Well, because
Yeah.
he's got devil slaying magic now. That's a thing, by the way. He's got devil slaying magic, and I guess he used it to get rid of the demon stuff.
Also,
So,
I don't know if you
no
noticed
repercussions at all.
this. I don't know if you noticed this, Chase, but whenever he uses his devil slaying magic,
He becomes
his hair,
Sasuke.
like his hair like slicks back.
No, it doesn't slick. It spikes up.
It spikes
Like
up.
he's
sorry.
got like static going through his hair. He's going Super
Yeah.
Saiyan.
Yeah, that shit's great.
Don't worry, I noticed because they make it very obvious. Because he gets that weird ass demon mark all over his body that used to mean something, but now it just appears and nothing happens.
Well, yeah, that's ultimately the fate of everything. Everything in fairy tale is it used to mean something and now it just happens.
Yep.
Cool.
Anyway, so he cooled her off. He went into mode 2, which was slightly faster rotation, and it cooled her off enough. Anyway, she's all hot and sweaty and fired up. Happy's there, and the book's gone because Zeref's dead, so the book disappears. Because when he dies, Natsu's supposed to die. That's been like a running thing, and it's why Happy stopped Natsu from killing Zeref before, even though he could have, and stopped all of this.
Yep. Thanks, Happy.
Okay.
Would have been nice. Anyway, so then Natsu walks up all fucked up. His arm is gone, basically. It's like all burnt to shit. Because he got really, really on fire.
More on fire than his fire body.
He was
Okay.
so on fire, he burnt his own fire.
Oh man.
Yep.
That's some fire.
Yeah, and then he punched Zeref, and Zeref died.
To the
What?
manga's
No,
credit.
wait. How does that work? I thought.
Oh.
attacks in Fairy Tail didn't actually hurt anyone.
Well, you see, they don't hurt the main characters, but they do hurt the villains.
Okay.
You see, you can
No,
hit the main character with the Omega Death God Ray of killing people to death. And they'll just be like, what was that, a mosquito bite?
A personal
Whatever.
favorite of mine, I might
course.
add.
You know, it's something I keep in my back pocket in case a fly comes into my room.
Yeah, that,
You know, then I
that
can just go...
and the
That's the
that
sound
and
it
the
makes.
Universe Enema, two of my favorites.
Mm.
Okay.
That one took some getting used to.
I think
Anyway,
I like
so-
Fairy Tail. Good plot.
Good plot.
You know it, man. That's why we're in this thing, is for the plot.
Yes.
I like all the identical looking
well,
girls.
Wait. The plot's Lucy's tits, right? That's what that is, right?
You know, it's
Yeah,
interesting
there's
that
so
you
much
mention all the girls looking identical, Ben, because Nate actually said something
Yeah.
similar in his Mia Mafafa video.
Yeah, when I saw that, it was good fun to see that, because that's
Which
something me
is-
and my friend have been talking about for years.
It's a blatant lie, it is. So what if they have the same face and same body type and same boob size? That doesn't mean they all look the same.
Their hair's different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they wear
And
different
they're-
clothes until they
Yeah.
fight someone and it's all blown away.
Yeah. Also, some of the younger ones don't have tits yet.
Wendy,
Oh,
I'll be
yeah,
waiting.
sorry, yeah. It's all D's and A's.
I got some ADs for you. I apologize.
So, anyways,
I'll see myself out.
I frequently have criticized the manga for having really stupid blocking. Just the way that visuals are done are really silly, I think. Especially like when Zareth killed, quote unquote, killed Natsu.
Oh,
that
those were
was-
some of
that
the
was
worst scenes I've
particularly-
ever seen.
Oh yeah. But you know, just this one picture of Natsu, like sauntering up.
Oh yeah, and his
to
foot's
his
on Gray's
friends.
head. Like just the way that they paneled the shots.
Well, it's like, okay, well it's paneled stupidly.
Yes.
But the picture of Natsu himself, I think, is really cool. I just like the carefree way that he's walking up towards them.
I think it's really
you know,
funny
it's-
how he's not even on the right panel. He's walking into Gray's panel.
Yeah. Well, you know, there you go. It's just symbolic of him invading on Gray's existence.
His
and
duty to be a
basically
desk fan.
Supplanting Gray as the alpha male that he is.
He's a Delta male. What are you talking about?
Gray? No, Natsu. Natsu's the alpha male.
I
is
know.
what
I'm
saying.
talking about Gray. Gray's the Delta male.
Okay, yeah.
He's like adjacent
Yeah.
to the beta male.
Yeah. Very, very, very pitiful. Gray. is.
Anyway, so Natsu walks up and he's like, "It's over, guys. I know that for a fact."
Yes.
And so they're just like, "Yep, well, yeah, you did it. Good job. You look kind of fucked up, dude. Ah, it's fine. Okay, we'll take your word for it." And so he's like, "So I think Mavis and Zareth are dead." And they're all like, "Oh." And he's just like, "Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's all cool. She wanted to die."
Yeah.
Looking at the panels, it's pretty funny. It's like, yeah, we'll take your word for it. I mean, your arm's gone.
it's basically not there.
It tapers off into nothing. Sort of like, there's shoulder, and then sort
And
of
then
rags.
There's shoulder, and then there's
Sort of like rags.
a
of
burning
arm.
pile of skin.
It comes away the way a piece of ripped fabric does. You know, it's sort of stringy at the end.
Yes.
It's lovely.
Natsu is lovely.
Don't you dare insult him.
He's a pure boy.
Beautiful creature.
Anyway, so now they're all gonna go back to the guild and be all happy and shit. Not like the cat, but like the feeling.
Yeah, fuck happy.
No.
Okay.
Anyway, so now
So anyway,
we cut back to Jalalala and Urza and the gang.
Oh, hang on a sec. Hang on a sec.
on.
can I just remark for a second on the fact that they all have these like reaction shots of like, yay, we're going back to the guild and life's fine and everything, and like then they give like Natsu 2 reaction shots.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah. It starts and ends with him.
Yeah. It's just really awkward and stupid.
I think he needed to fill a couple pages.
Yeah. They're like really big shots too. Like they fill up like half the page each.
Oh
so.
yeah. Anyway, so we're back with the non-important group of Urza, Jalal, Wendy, and the people of Pegasus. Because for some reason they're still around. Ben, you may not be aware of this, but there's another guild called Blue Pegasus that sometimes shows up to try and help, but always gets their asses kicked because they're not the main guys.
Also, Jalal, who used to be evil, and now he shows up sometimes to maybe help, but he gets his ass kicked most of the time.
Yep. Like he was used as a squeaky toy for the giant black dragon Acnologia.
And we say black as in the race.
And yes, he was the dragon of all the black people. He was the scion to usher in a new age of black.
But once again, he was defeated by the patriarchy of Ichiya-san and Anna.
It's his fault. He got distracted by a really delicious-looking ice cream cone. He's wanted one all day, and he's just it's been out of reach the entire time, and he finally got a hold of it, but it turned out it was Jalal. And then he got pushed into the time lapse.
Chase, how many weeks have you been carrying up on this stupid ice cream cone joke?
I'm going to keep going until Acnologia is completely gone.
It's been too many. The answer is too many weeks.
Which also means not enough. But whatever. So, I guess you don't know who Acnologia is.
No.
He's just a big black dragon who's they keep saying is like evil and is going to destroy the entire world. But he's been alive for like 400 years and has done literally nothing but like fuck around and sleep.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Like he's shown up a couple of times. He blew up an island and then like killed Igneal. But like he hasn't done anything that would constitute him being... He's Natsu's dad.
Natsu's looking for, yeah.
Yeah, well, turns out he was inside Natsu's soul.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He was always inside of him. And then he came out, and then he died immediately.
Yeah, that age-old story. I was looking for my dad, but it turned out my dad was a dragon, but it turned out my dragon dad was inside me all along.
And then he got killed by a black guy.
What a wonderful lesson to learn from Fairy Tail, that my dragon dad is inside of me all along and will immediately get killed by a black guy upon leaving me.
I think the message of Fairy Tail is don't mess with black guys.
Yeah. I'd buy that.
I wish I had a dragon dad inside of me all the time.
Who will immediately die because he fights a black person.
But if you didn't know he was there, would it mean anything, Ben? Would it mean anything to you?
I think it would if a dragon came out of him. I think that'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah, okay.
If a dragon came in.
Ooh.
I don't know how to feel about that. Like, he's your dad, and also it's interspecies.
Joey, it doesn't matter as long as it feels right.
Like, that's fucked up on multiple
levels.
Closed
mindset, Joey.
Hey, I just gotta speak out for the dads in the room who don't feel comfortable letting their sons talk about getting dad dragon dick.
You know what?
Okay?
Munchie's gonna steal them because it's easy, so it doesn't matter what they think.
But that doesn't mean that their morals and principles go away.
Chase,
it does.
Somebody has to stand up. The dads need representation. Give representation to the dads.
It must be pretty easy.
No, it's not easy. It's hard, but he's so good at it that he makes it seem easy.
But that's all that counts, that he makes it seem easy. So to me, the outsider who's just watching, it is easy.
Jalal is dead on the ground!
Speaking of standing on the ground, the non-important people are gathered and talking.
Yes.
They're talking about how...
they say a bunch of bullshit. There you go.
Yeah, they're like, oh, hey, by the way, Ichiya and Anna are still dead. Which gives me chills. Moving on. They're dead and they're never coming back, right? Wink.
So we cut back to Natsu and Gray and Lucy and Happy.
And now I actually kind of liked this couple of pages where they're just kind of like just reminiscing and talking about what they're going to do next. I kind of like it. It felt natural. Like it felt okay.
For some reason, I was just like, I think I was reading this chapter, and then like some Men in Black guy came up and like instantly wiped my memory, and I felt something for these characters, and I forgot like all the bullshit that I was put through for the past like 20 chapters. And then, somehow in like the farthest reaches of my mind, I was able to give a shit. And I think that this is how Fairy Tail was able to pull the wool over so many people's eyes. Is that they have like small little moments where you think like, oh yeah, Fairy Tail's not that bad. And then
Wait
they
a
like
minute,
drag
these
you
are
through
characters?
the mud. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so they're talking about what they're going to do in the future. Lucy wants to go find Aquarius because Aquarius's key broke and it's reappeared somewhere. Don't worry about it. Don't think too much.
Yes,
Gray's going to go fuck Juvia because he should have done that ages ago.
Yes.
And then Happy and Natsu are going to do something secret that they're going to announce. But when they turn around, Natsu is gone.
Yeah, what's up with that, huh?
I do think this was a cool page, though.
Yeah, they're just being pals.
And you get it kind of annoys me how undestroyed the town is. Like,
comparatively to like what happened there. They had the 12 strongest wizards on the planet, plus a giant dragon who can kill the world.
It's drawn as if it's supposed to be all destroyed, but the actual
no, it's drawn like an
intact.
abandoned
There's
town.
just rubble everywhere, but where's the rubble come from? Everything's intact.
It looks like a ghost town. It doesn't look like a place that went through the biggest war ever.
Yeah. Oh wait, there's a broken window.
Oh, you know what? Never mind. I got it now.
Broken window on the left.
Broken window, cracked window. One of the signs is hanging.
Looking back over this broken town. If only the town was a bit more broken.
Yeah, but it is a cool shot regardless of them looking behind and then like being like mortified because they're like, oh god, we didn't save him.
And it sort of stretches off and curves down along the horizon line. It gives this sense of sort of stretching.
Yeah, it's vast. As in like they didn't just like lose track of him. He's gone. Yeah. Good job, Hiroshima. You did something decently okay.
Someone who hasn't read Fairy Tail since,
ever.
The 14th volume, the art certainly has improved.
Marginally.
I mean, he draws the same stuff, but he's gotten better at drawing it.
Okay, Ben, you did not see the bullshit that we saw between Zareth and Mavis.
Go look up Natsu fighting Zareth, and you'll see the most atrocious...
Don't do it.
You're right, don't do it, but do it. And it's the most atrocious thing ever drawn.
I think part of it was he released out 2 chapters that week instead of 1, I think.
I think that had part to do with it, but also he's bad and I hate him.
Yeah, also accurate.
So Ben, the reason this is a big deal to the characters, not to anybody else, because nobody actually cares. So when Zareth dies, so does End, the demon, who is Natsu. So they thought, like, if we rewrite things in the book, maybe that won't happen. Yeah, they're like, if we rewrite stuff in the book, maybe it won't happen. But it did happen. So now they're crying and really sad, and they're screaming to the heavens, Natsu!
I love the way I just find it incredibly goofy that she says, I should have rewrote it properly.
Yeah, I should have rewrote it properly.
And I appreciate...
I should have put in the exact same information as there was before, the right way.
Yeah, and I appreciate Mashima's effort to make her flopping onto the ground, draw that in the most sexy way possible.
Now, there is one of the reaction shots that I actually did think looked cool. Or not cool, but, like, right. And that's Gray's, because you see this underline under his eyes, where you could see the dread. Like, he's the only one who looks properly, like, fucked up because of this.
Happy's too goofy.
Well, that's just Happy in a nutshell.
Happy is a fucking cartoon character. He's not a real person.
Anime's in a cartoon, Joey. Shut up.
After that, there's this shot of Lucy yelling into the sky, and that could be pretty cool, but he's added this sort of cartoony waviness to the lips.
Right.
to make it like she's
Well,
vibrating from the scream, I guess.
No, it's like...
Well, it's supposed to imply dread. It's just like this is like really impactful. Like we're showing this because she's screaming to the heavens. You know,
No,
like
I think it's more like
Natsu.
her lips
Her
are
lips
quivering
are
because she's sad.
Yeah, but no one's lips quiver like that. They don't turn into
It's
waves.
not
it
real,
looks-
Ben! It's
I know
a
it's
drive!
It still looks weird.
It looks.
Anyway, she screams to the sky, and then we see a shot of Wendy looking up at the sky, and there's a crack. And you know what this means, Joey.
No!
Yes, you do.
No, I don't!
Yes,
Oh,
you
is that
do.
what it is?
It's not real!
I thought
So-
it was her poofing into.
It's all a lie! La 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 la!
So Ben,
I
there's
didn't
this
understand what that was.
plot contrivance called the time lapse.
Oh,
Oh,
God!
Oh, yeah,
Would you like
I
to
heard
know
about
what a
that.
time lapse is?
It's an invisible hole in the sky that takes you into the past or something.
Wait, have you listened to our previous episodes?
I listened to a couple.
Okay, all right. Well, you got the gist.
We do have a viewer!
All right. Well, then you got the gist. It is a hole in time and space that takes you to a place of nothing in time that has all the time magic and
But
Can-
there's also time magic in that place of nothing in time.
in space, and it's also invisible until it wasn't.
In the sky.
And anyway, they knocked Acnologia into it, and that's how they were supposed to kill him. But I knew that was bullshit, because there's no way something that has anything to do with magic can hurt that thing. Because they say explicitly he cannot be hurt by magic, because he is the magic dragon who eats all magic, and is magic incarnate, and magic and black.
And so
I really could have just
You
said
got it.
black.
I think you got all of it, Chase.
Dragon.
Yeah, so he's gonna break out of the time lapse, or he's gonna eat the time lapse, or some stupid shit. I knew this was gonna happen, because there's no way they would end... Okay, well, there is a way they could have just ended Acnologia like that, but I still would have been disappointed, more so than usual, if that's how they ended him. So I'm kind of glad they're bringing him back.
So is the lolly girl the dragon?
Yeah, she's Wendy. She's a dragon slayer.
Yeah, and what's she? Is she covering herself up with a map or something?
And I think she's just, like, sitting down properly, because she's a prim and proper little
No, but
nice
in the
girl.
close-up of her face with the exclamation point, there's like.
Oh, she's just looking up at the sky, and she's noticing this crack. Because that's where the time lapse was.
I think that's just Mashima's drawing terribly. That's just a dress.
Oh, right. How
Like, it looks
how
like
could
a
you have
book.
made the mistake of looking at it and thinking it was nice,
It looks like
or
a
at least
book.
average?
Her dress looks like a book, but it's not a book.
It just looks like a book. Yeah.
There you go.
So that is the end of the
That's-
chapter. And you want to know what the name of the next chapter is? The Collapse
Suck
of the End of
my
the
dick.
World. Hooray!
That's going to be a good one. Got to be
Yes.
next week as well.
It's gonna be cute. It's gonna be lovely. I'm gonna die.
I wonder if the world will actually collapse.
To the end, to death.
Well, we're 8 chapters away from the end, right?
Yeah,
Wouldn't it be great if the world just collapsed?
I would love that if it ended with everyone dead. I would love it.
And then we just had like 7 chapters of the new series that Hiroshima came up with.
No. 7 chapters of just blank pages.
Even better, yes.
No, just
I'll be praying.
detailed
I will
7 chapters of detailed deconstruction of the world.
Where he tries to explain his way out of this bullshit.
No, just constant collapse. You just get to see 7 chapters of places just crumbling.
Oh, I thought you meant like he would like write text on the screen of what the fuck is even going on.
Indulge your
Like,
hatred
okay,
of the
so in case you
series
guys were
by seeing
confused,
this
this is
story.
what this means.
No,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
meant,
Ben-
like, you could indulge your hatred of Fairy Tail by seeing the world in which it takes place steadily crumble and get destroyed.
I think
Yeah,
I'd like the
I-
last page to be Hiroshima hanging himself on camera in the manga.
On camera. We want him to get out of camera and hang himself on camera in the manga.
Yes.
Man, wouldn't it be wonderful if one of the characters just like woke up and it was all a dream? Wouldn't that be the most wonderful ending ever?
You know, Joey,
No,
you say that, and I actually
in the cafe table from the first scene, episode 1.
Please, God.
Actually, that may end up happening, and I would love to explain why. Because remember what we're messing with: the time lapse, a thing made of time magic. So what if they instead used the spell Zareth wanted to do and go back in time and fix stuff? What if they go back and Acnologia's not there? What if they actually do that, Joey? They could do it. They could use the time to go back.
They've got 8 chapters left. You can't get
I'm pretty sure at that point, Fairy Tail would officially become the worst manga ever, because not only does it waste your time. Well, that's the thing, though. Is like, not only does it waste your time with the over 500 chapters of bullshit, but it gets like progressively worse and worse. And then it tells you all that 500 chapters of bullshit. Yeah, none of that matters because we all went back in time and changed everything. So fuck you.
I tell you what, that would make it really easy for people to read through Fairy Tail because they could just read the first 30 chapters.
They could just read the first page of the first chapter and the last page of the last chapter, and they'd get it all.
And
like on the first page of the first chapter, it says on the first page of the first chapter it says in the beginning, and then on the last page of the last chapter it says the end, and that's all you need to know.
In the beginning. That's it. You're done.
Just saying how undense these chapters are. You can't get into. How can he get into time travel in 8 chapters?
Well, he almost did it a few chapters ago.
We actually had a translator, provide a translator's note where they did a full page trying to explain what the fuck the time lapse was.
It was amazing.
And, they still didn't understand it. Like, at the end of it, we were still like, "What? We don't know what the fuck's going on."
And then I think the guy quit because we never saw it again.
Yeah. He probably killed himself from frustration.
As he well should.
Well, there you go. There's the Fairy Tail chapter.
There's 8 chapters to go. Get excited for the end.
Get hype.
When it's not going to exist anymore.
Frankly, I don't even know how much more we can talk about Fairy Tail. Like, we're running out of ways in which Fairy Tail is garbage. And, it may end up that this podcast just is 5 minutes long.
Yeah, this was only 30 minutes long, I think.
34-ish? Something like that?
Yeah.
Maybe even less. Fuck. Fuck.
Okay.
If you look at it the sellout way, shorter episodes mean maybe more views. So there you go.
Do you think this podcast is about the views?
No.
Have we not made it clear that we don't want people watching this?
We've established multiple times that the only people who watch this are various future versions of ourselves.
Yes.
And sometimes not even they will watch this.
Yeah.
I think I skipped episode 4.
You didn't miss anything.
I know, I was there.
We're going to do a bonus episode where we talk about Shounen Sheol weekly. And we just talk about what we talked about in each podcast.
And then we'll have another podcast talking about what we talked about in that podcast.
No, that'd be too much.
No, Joey. Joey, if you're going to jump down the rabbit hole, you got to go all the way.
Collapse.
Yes, I'm with Ben on this one. It's too meta.
No, we have to plunge ourselves face first into the time lapse, okay? We need to ascend.
Unless our goal is to save the internet from itself.
By destroying it.
The real time lapse is actually shown in Sheol.
Googling Google is not as effective as people think at doing that, but if we Google and make a super meta podcast, it might actually work.
We'll go.
Yes,
Are we going to go Super Saiyan 3? Is that what you're saying? Is that what we need to do?
We have to go the Super Saiyan beyond Super Saiyan.
Ah, Duper Saiyan.
There you go. That's it. That's as funny as we're ever going to get. Goodbye, everybody.
Yay!
Goodbye.